Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the St Brendan's College Academic Awards Evening for 2022, a celebration of the touchstones in action. My name is Paul Horan, and I'm the Deputy Principal of the College, and I will be your MC. To start this evening, I would like to acknowledge the Darumbal people, the traditional owners of this land. I would also like to pay respect to the elders past, present and emerging of the Darumbal people and extend that respect to other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples present. Before we begin the awards ceremony, could I ask, as part of our preparation, that you check that your mobile phone is switched off or on silent. Also, please take note that the toilets are located in the foyer, but I would ask that you refrain from any unnecessary exits and entry during the ceremony, as we'd like to ensure an atmosphere of respect and quiet while the speeches and performances are conducted. In the case of an emergency, please move to the nearest exit points, which are located to the sides and at the rear. And yes, I have done some work in the travel industry. And once outside the building, please make your way to the Oval and for any preparations that need to take place. To direct our opening prayer this morning, the College Assistant Principal Identity, Mr. Shane Forward, will come forward.
Good morning, everybody. Oh, good evening, everybody. My name's Shane Peters too, for the record. So as I mentioned, good evening and welcome to our awards night this evening. For our reflection this evening, we will be reflecting on a song, one of Paul Kelly's songs that he wrote in 2005, titled "Meet Me in the Middle of the Air." According to his memoir, How to Make Gravy, the song came about when Kelly took the words from Psalm 23 in the Bible and inserted into it a line from the book of Thessalonians. "We who are still alive and are left will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air." The song wonderfully weaves together Psalm 23 and the concept described in Thessalonians, bringing together the Christian comfort and assurance of God travelling on the journey with us in the here and now, and the ultimate Christian goal of being reunited with those who have gone before in a life in eternity. The Christian hope is of a God who journeys with us into the great unknown, and there he is with us to meet us in the air. The Christian God is a God who journeys and protects both us in the here and now and in the life beyond. As part of our Christian tradition, we pray to God, finding comfort and solace in his presence. We are reminded also that our faith enables us to cast aside our doubts and fears and surrender ourselves to God. As Christians, we know that God's people have always endured trials and tribulations, and it is in Psalm 23 that we are reminded that surely goodness and love will follow us in all the days of our lives. We need only believe. Please welcome teachers Mr. Blair McGuinney and Mr. Jody Ole, along with our 2023 college captain, Jordan King.
I'm your good shepherd. I will lead you there, beside still waters. Come and meet me in the middle of the air. I will meet you in the middle of the air. I will lay you down in pastures great and fair. Every soul shall be restored. I will meet them in the middle of the air. Come and meet me in the middle of the air. And through the long death's dark shadow. Come and meet me in the middle of the air. I will meet you in the middle of the air. With oil I shall anoint you. A table shall I prepare. Your cup will runneth over. Come and meet me in the middle of the air. I will meet you in the middle of the air. In my house and dwell forever. You shall not want for care. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow you. Come and meet me in the middle of the air. I will meet you in the middle of the air. Come and meet me in the middle of the air. I will meet you in the middle of the air.
And we'll conclude our reflection with short prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, we thank you for your presence in the life of our college. Bless this award evening as we gather to bring our year's work to completion. You have spoken to us through the many events this year, in our many discussions, in our shared plans, our hopes, our dreams, and in the prayer life of our college through liturgy and through the Eucharist. Remind us always that even though we walk through the darkest valleys, we will fear no evil, for you are with us. Please continue to bless all those who have been part of our Brennan's journey this year. And we ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. We conclude in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you, Shane. For a welcome from the diocese, please welcome Bishop Michael McCarthy.
Mr. Rob Corboy, your staff and your support people, your leadership team of St Brendan's, families of our young men, Father Andrew Hogan, our principals from our colleges and also from our schools in the Capricorn Coast. It is good to be here with you tonight, the young people of St Brendan's, here in your final night, or your final awards night for some of you. I've journeyed with some of you for quite a while as the bishop, and as I've moved around the diocese for the last 8.5 years, connected with many of you. But what is important about tonight is the awards that you'll receive for the hard work that you have achieved. But also it is a night for your teachers who have given their very best to you in this time of Catholic education. Inspired by the Christian brothers who were invited to this place many years ago by my predecessor to ensure that the young people of the central Queensland had an excellent Catholic education. Those who couldn't access Catholic education from our coastal cities. And yet it's so important that you have received the very best as you are here in this place. But secondly, it's also important for the families, and thank you for the confidence that you place in the staff and the staff here at St Brendan's College. But young people, as you go forward tonight, I offer you 3 points. Remember your identity in God. Believe in yourself and have a deep sense of purpose in life, and have a sense of identity, and believe in yourself as a person. Because these are the most important qualities that you take with you. A real sense that you are loved and you are precious in the sight of our God, but also believe in yourself in the future. And finally, have good friends and family around you as you navigate the years ahead, and especially as you leave and you move into other form of studies or work or whatever it is that you do. May God bless you all and your families on this night, and may we all give gratitude for all those who have supported you and loved you on this journey. God bless you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, for his general address, the Principal of our college, Mr. Rob Corboy.
Bishop Michael, Father Andrew, our special guests, staff, students, parents and friends, and all those who are watching live stream tonight, a very warm welcome to our Academic Awards night. We live in interesting times, but I'm sure I've been saying that since time began. But I have to admit, when I was growing up as a teenager, life seemed to be less complicated. For me, the coming on of the street lights was nature's way of saying it's time to get home or else. The thought of lying around at home on a weekend or spending copious amounts of time to relax was unheard of. We were told to get out and get some fresh air. I used to muse at my mother's statement, even with my pleas that I'd leave the windows open, that somehow the air quality outside was far superior to the air quality inside. Hers was a flawed argument, but it was one that I was never going to win, so we just accepted it. They say if it doesn't kill you, it only makes you stronger. And we enjoyed life in its simplicity. Isn't it quite funny that as you grow older, you become a lot more nostalgic? The past seems to get better and better with every passing year. Even recently, when I was talking to some Year 12s, what needs improving around the college, a comment was made and quickly supported by throngs of peers who were present with him, and they said about how cheeky those Year 7s are. We weren't like that at their age, they said. Oh, how short their memories are. They say each generation believes themselves to be smarter than the one before and wiser than the one that will follow. But I have to admit, and I'm sure many of the parents here tonight would agree, that the world today is far more complex, not worse, just busier. So tonight, as we celebrate our students' achievements, I'd like to start off by speaking of the context that we as a school are operating in, to highlight some of its complexities, and to give you a bit of an insight of what shapes our thinking and planning here at St Brendan's. They say the strength of an organisation comes from its stories and traditions, but the future of an organisation rests in its relevance and innovation. So how do we ensure we remain relevant yet hold on to all that has been part of our college fabric since 1940? As you can see, knowledge is doubling, according to Fuller, every 13 months, down from 25 years after World War II. As educators, how do we keep up? On a community visit earlier this year, I had dinner with one of our boarding families, and Mum and Dad brought their younger son to dinner, and he had his iPad. I asked him what game he was playing, only to be informed that he wasn't playing a game, he was programming a game. Grade 5. So how do we innovate and be relevant for him when he comes to St Brendan's? A generation that can learn anything from anywhere at any time. To bring it back a bit closer to the present, how do we ensure your son is ready for the world, whether it be next year or a few years' time? And then there are the educational issues that we're facing. At a recent conference I attended, the presenter discussed a survey that concluded 90% of parents and 88% of educators agree that students need to be digitally literate to succeed. Yet, 91% of parents and 95% of educators agree that students spend far too much time on a screen. The conundrum. And then there's a growing virtual world that's becoming ever more important to our students. What is the cost to our young men engaged extensively in social media where they are chasing click bites and likes, uploading images of a lifestyle that is akin to utopia, yet built on a falsification or an exaggeration of reality? What is their cost to their friendships and relationships where their value online is being measured in likes? Or the art of the conversation being dumbed down to an emoji? Where are we heading as a society? By way of example, there's an increasing trend with adults, or some adults in Japan, where they're marrying an avatar in their virtual world while living a single life in the real world. It's frightening. Would you have heard of these jobs 15 years ago? What will the next 10 years produce? And how do we plan for jobs that don't even exist yet? Or the reality of today, where looking at pathways into university, only 26% is from a direct ATAR ranking. Many universities are adopting multiple pathways, for example, early entry offers. So how does this impact our teaching and learning program? So the question is, what should we be teaching our students if knowledge is doubling every 13 months and also decreasing with that? An increasing engagement in online, artificial intelligence and automation is increasing. Accelerated shifts in work trends that have been brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic, the geopolitical tensions this year, the acceleration to a global net zero future, and the reality that our students may be ending up in jobs that we haven't been created yet. So these are just a small number of considerations as a college we need to plan for. Some of you might be feeling a little bit despondent that the world is moving into overdrive and we just can't keep up. Or as we'd like to see it at St Brendan's, we continue to do what we've done well since 1940. We embrace the challenge, we welcome change as an opportunity, and first and foremost, we strive to be relevant and effective for the generation that is in our care. We have a great track record as we continue to build our adaptability, our relevance and innovation. Again, the strength of our college comes from the stories and its traditions, but the future of St Brendan's relies in its relevance and innovation. So that's just a small snapshot of the educational landscape. Yet how do we respond? Well, 2022 has been another busy year. It's truly an exciting time. As mentioned, change is the new norm. We as an organisation are hope-filled for the future. And this has been borne out by having front row seats and witnessing the calibre and the strength of the generation that we have the privilege and the support to guide. Your sons are honestly remarkable, henceforth the optimism for the future. These boys will be leaders, whether it be on the global stage, nationally, within their community or family. And with great students, we're equally blessed to have great staff. So first and foremost, I'd like to acknowledge the wonderful leadership team which thrives on change, diversity and progress. The team is focused on learning and improving professional practice. The teaching and learning at St Brendan's is absolutely brilliant. The opportunities that are being afforded to our learners is of the highest quality and meets the diverse range of our learning needs. Secondly, I'm proud and honoured to be working with some of the best educators that I have had the privilege to work alongside. And I say that to all our staff. Each adult who works at St Brendan's is responsible to educate, whether it's formally through our academic program, in the residences, in the band rooms or on the football fields. Thirdly, as a large regional school, we continue to do well after impressive gains last year in our Year 9 NAPLAN literacy results. We had 400 students receive an academic award last semester. We continue to award record number of vocational and educational training certificates and an increasing number of students participating in our training programs. From our destination survey from 2021, graduates who responded, 93% of our cohort were either engaged in further education, training or direct employment. Of that 93, 77 are in university or training such as an apprenticeship, and the remaining 17% transitioned directly to paid employment. Of the university courses chosen, 42% are attending university have entered into engineering or related technology courses, 16% into architecture and building, and 12% into health-related courses. So the data is really impressive, and our boys are actually in demand. Another example was Weld Australia. We came to the college. They qualify mainly apprentices in businesses to an international welding standard certificate. And we have 39 Year 11s, engineering students who are participating, and we're hoping as a school that we might have 3 or 4 that might qualify. Now, this certificate allows them to be billed out as qualified welders from the moment they enter into someone's business. Great asset to have when you're applying for a job. We had 33 out of the 39 boys qualify. A wonderful result. But fundamentally, how do we measure success at St Brendan's? Yes, we're rich in data and these measurements are informative, but how do we measure the immense impact that St Brendan's education has on our young men? The measurements are rarely make a spreadsheet or a headline, but we use it to define our success. Call it our culture, our expectation, but it's real and it's important to us. One of the great parts of my job is I receive emails and calls from different people, whether it be parents, members of the public or other schools, and these emails and calls in part give us a window into how we're faring. And I'll just go through a couple of examples. And this is from about our Year 10 camp, a parent to our staff who attended the camp. Just want to say thank you for spending so much time with our boys at Emu Gully. When my son arrived home on a Friday night, he spoke favourably at length about the camp. I've never, ever heard him speak in such detail about his experiences he has had before. He explained every tent peg, every meal, every activity, every bruise, every graze, with pride and exhausted enthusiasm. I loved how he also learned about the Australian wartime history. He learned about teamwork, responsibility, and he got to know some boys who were not normally in his class. Thank you for your support for the boys. This next one was from a family who was doing a bit tough in dealing with a mental health issue. Just thought you need to know that your staff member, and I won't mention his name, went that extra mile today. And tonight our little family might just be able to smile, even if it's just for a minute. Or from a Year 8 student who emailed a staff member just the other day. Hello, and from grade 8. I just wanted to say there's a boy called, and I won't mention his name, and he needs help. He's usually happy and energetic, but at lunchtime I saw him and he was almost crying and saying he was going to leave. His parents have grounded him, and he's not eating because he believes he is fat, and now he's not talking to people. I'm just wondering if you could talk to him later. Here we have empathy, we have kindness, and most importantly, he's acted on his concern, the gospel in action. And just recently, a couple of weekends ago, an email came in from a member of the public. A friend of mine and I were at the market stall at Beeman Park Markets yesterday in Yeppoon. And as we were packing up our massive load of gear after the markets had finished at 2 o'clock, a group of young men saw us struggling to carry out everything to our trailer. All of them were over and asked if we were okay and could they help us. They then proceeded to carry all our boxes from the site to our car and trailer out on the road. They were extremely polite and super helpful. We were very touched by the fact not only did they notice us struggling, they immediately came over to assist. We thanked them profusely and told them they had made our day. Kindness is such a beautiful thing, and these young men had it in droves. I don't know their names, only that they said they were in Year 11. I couldn't be prouder of our staff and students. So to answer the question, how does a St Brendan's education impact on your son? Hopefully by instilling in them, first and foremost, what it means to be a decent young man, a man of good Christian and good character. Okay, now to the highlights. We've had the opening of the new STEM hub that will support our teaching and learning program now into the future. An outstanding musical this year, Grease. A record number of participants in our program, in our sporting program, with in excess of 700 students engaging in the various sports offered throughout the year. We participated in 14 out of the 17 inter-school rugby league grand finals, inaugural winners of the Dolphins Cup, the state finalists in the junior AFL, an extraordinary rodeo this year with up to 5,000 in attendance, a star-studded formal, continue to support our strong presence at the local Anzac Day ceremonies, cattle club competitions across the state, inter-school chess and debating, robotics competitions, camps, retreats, Grandparents' Day, and the list goes on. Can I say thank you to all the students and the staff that have carried the St Brendan's banner in all these pursuits. And to our thank yous, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to our School Advisory Council Chair, Mr Kim Laundrie, and the board members Michael O'Keefe, Nigel Hutton, Brendan Humphreys and Peter Tomkin. To our PNF President, Mrs Emily Willis, and the PNF Executive, as well as the parents and friends of our college who have contributed their time and talents to building a positive community, a big thank you. To our Finance Committee, including Chair Ron Willett, as well as Mr Michael O'Keefe, Chair of the Building Committee, and their members, thank you. I'd also like to publicly acknowledge and support of the following whose contribution to the life of the college is very much appreciated. To you, Bishop Michael and the Diocese of Rockhampton, the Capricorn Coast under the leadership of Father Andrew in the absence of Father Matthew, the Rockhampton Catholic Education Office, St Ursula's, Sacred Heart, St Benedict's and their respective principals. To all the wonderful and many Yeppoon local businesses, along with MOQ and Clontarf, who support the college daily, a sincere thanks. Finally, I once again like to take this opportunity to congratulate all our students receiving an award tonight. You have every right to be proud, as we are of you. And congratulations and well done to all who have contributed to making 2022 another extraordinary chapter in our ongoing story. But before I go, one little quick story, if you can bear with me. The background. I had a call from Peter Bartlett, and I acknowledge Kara's presence here tonight. Back at Christmas in 2022, unbeknown to us at the time, Peter would sadly pass away some 6 weeks later. He wanted us to meet us at the Piney, which is a hotel down in Emu Park, because he had an idea. So I met Pete and some of his extended family, including a nephew called Spud. Peter wanted Spud to produce a painting depicting the strong and deep relationship that exists between St Brendan's and our Aboriginal and Islander communities. So I blessed Spud as our resident artist and told him to go forth and bring Pete's dream to fruition. So in the absence of Hayden Spud Bartlett, I'd like to read out his description of the painting. Mr Horan, can I get you to take that off, and can I get you, Mr Jorgensen, to put that painting up? Fantastic. So in loving memory of Peter Bartlett, the painting depicts the St Brendan's community represented through the green and yellow meeting places which stretch over the Central Coast region where Yeppoon is situated. Meeting places signify the gathering of people, communities, visualised in the white U-shaped symbols that link together. And talking to Cara just before, that represents the grandchildren, all 9. The white lines which travel across the land and connect the smaller meeting places and the communities within Australia. This represents the journeys taken by Indigenous students to gather and comprise the St Brendan's College community. Surrounding the St Brendan's community are the totems of the traditional owners of the region, the green tree frog for Durrumbal and the humpback whale Wappaburra. The remaining patterns and colours represent the various aspects of the land of the surrounding environment. When observing the painting, envision the connection of people and communities on country where learning and sharing of knowledge has occurred for thousands of years. God bless and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr Corboy. For the presentation of awards for Years 7 and 8, I invite to the stage Mr Jonathan Gill, Assistant Principal, Junior School.
The Year 7, 8, 9 and 10 awards are presented to boys who have achieved an Academic A or an Academic A+ for the Semester 1 reporting period or the Term 3 reporting period. To attain an Academic A, the boys must achieve at least 2 to 3 A results, and for an Academic A+, a minimum of 4 A's from their range of subjects. In the case of the Year 7s, many of the boys have achieved in the vicinity of 6 to 7 A's. To assist with the presentation of the Year 7 awards, I ask Mr Jason Merrifield, Head of English, and Mrs Tracy Deasy, Head of Year 7, to come to the stage. As I read through the names, we'll hold our applause to the end of each section, please. The Year 7 Academic A awards go to the following boys: Spencer Allen, Matthew Archinall, Caleb Asmussen, Eli Bennett, Kobe Booth, Marshall Boswood, Jai Coghill, Elliot Collis, Zach Conway, Bo Cossart, Logan Cotter-Drake, Boston Sislowski, Ashley Earnshaw, Rashawn Ebsworth, Joshua Edwards, Xavier Ellis, Sonny Isles, Kiali Fatoa, Tanagisu, Trey Gibson, Blake Howden, Harry Huddleston, William Kersey, Benjamin Lawford Vaughan, Sonny Lepine, Finn Lewis, Reese List, Hunter Marshall, Caden Mihailovich, Patrick Morris, Thomas Morris, Martin Moscoso, Darcy Perry, Ashton Prieto, Curtis Remke, Guthala Rin, Levi Sells-Munns, Noah Sleeman, Jack Upton, and Finn Watson. As you can see, the Year 7s have done quite well this year. Please put your hands together for the Year 7 Academic A Awards. Are you leading off? That way. Receiving their certificates and vouchers for attaining an Academic A+ award are the following boys: Cooper Bullman, Xavier Chapman, Sam Clements, Pierce Caulfield, Willis Dean, Zeke Dendell, Nash Edwards, Archie Gleeson, Charlie Green, Kobe Hanna, Cree Harris, Ziggy Hoff, Zane Kyler, Kobe Kidd, Leon Leonard, Lincoln Lucht, Xavier McWhinney, Byron Mitchell, Ibaya Mosler Galele, Cohen Peaty, Luca Pianta, Thomas Porter, Jack Richens, Luke Roberts, Xavier Sang, Benjamin Schmidt, Samuel Solly, Owen Sparks, Cooper Sweeney, Caleb Tierney, Caleb Todman, Ben Walker, Nash Walsh, Cannon Watkins, and Logan Young. Please congratulate our Year 7 Academic A+ Award winners. Now, hold on, Logan. Hold on. From the group of boys on stage, the Year 7 Dux is selected. To be eligible to receive the Dux Award, the student must be an Academic A+ winner and enrolled in all extension classes. From the list of extension classes, the students are allocated points for their overall grade and then their position in the cohort. With 17 reports and an A result in all 7 subjects, the Dux of Year 7 is Apram Dahal. And he's away tonight. We congratulate Apram in his absence. Thank you, boys. With family. Thank you, Mrs. Deasy and Mr. Merrifield. I've just been informed Apram's in Nepal with some family, so hence his absence. Assisting with the presentation of the Year 8 awards are Mr. Bjorn Prince, Head of Year 8, and Ms. Sheridan Blackford, Head of Information Technology. Please welcome them to the stage. And the Year 8 boys eligible for an Academic A award tonight are Colby Brooks, Darius Canham, Jaden Clark, Robert Clifton, Nicholas Cooper Burns, William DeLuga, Ty Gretton, Jasper Hampson, Mason Hollingsworth, Eli Hutchins Barnes, Eli Jenke, Tyler Johnson, Joshua Malcolm, Campbell Matthews, Lewis Maxwell, Wyatt McDonald, Jake Paletti, Sydney Richens, Harry Robig, Daley Smith, Gareth Treadwell, Ashton Watkins. Please show your appreciation for the efforts of the boys. And the Year 8 boys receiving the Academic A+ awards are Hunter Ballard, Oliver Bennett, Chase Blackburn, Isaac Brady, Morgan Bridgman, Aidan Kane, Thomas Cross, Nicholas Eaton, Dex Edmondson, Darcy Frankish, Mason Fuller, Caden Hall, Carter Hughes, Michael Hutchinson, Oliver King, Ben Kingston, William Lees, Hugh Lloyd, Anthony Lowe, Jeremy Martin, Will McFarlane, Tarn Medlin, Kobe Scanlon, Callum Schmidt, Xander Thornton, Theo Walsh, Archie Watts, Zach Whitehead, Cooper Witts, Kobe Wren, and Noah Wright. Please congratulate our academic A+ winners. Now, as for the Year 7s, the Ducks of Year 8 is selected from the eligible academic A+ recipients. With that knowledge, and for the second consecutive year, can you please congratulate the 2022 Year 8 Ducks, Zach Whitehead. Congratulations and thank you, boys.
We have a musical act for you now. It's a solo performance of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. It was a song most of us know was made famous by Julie Garland in the movie The Wizard of Oz. For this evening's interpretation of it, that has been rewritten by Eva Cassidy. So tonight's rendition is slightly different. Singing will be William Lees, accompanied by Mr. Jack Ingram on piano. Can you please provide a welcome round of applause for William?
of high in the land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow skies are blue and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow skies are blue and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. If happy little bluebirds fly above the rainbow wide, oh, I can't
That was simply outstanding, William. And folks, we might just give him another round of applause. To present the subject area awards to the Year 9 and 10 students, I invite Mr. Shane Peers back to the lectern.
Distributing the Year 9 awards this evening will be Mr Paul Opicotto, Head of Year 9, and Miss Kay Morley, Head of History and Geography. Please make them welcome. The Year 9 Academic A awards go to the following boys: Max Armstrong, Kai Bayliss, Eamon Curley, Rafferty Donaghy, Isaac Durton, Dylan Griffiths, Hunter Hall, Tyson Hines, Kobe Hoff, Jacob Hudson, Oliver Hunt, Narassi Jimmy, Charlie Kidd, Connor Lees, Willem Lloyd, Nate London, Slater Marshall, Jet Mattingly, Charlie McClellan, William McCullough, Oliver Miles, Finn Newman, Cooper Pierce, Joshua Russell, Tracer Sinnott, Jai Svensson, Isaac Thompson and Patrick Waller. Let's acknowledge the Year 9 Academic A winners. The Year 9 Academic A+ winners are the next group to be called. The boys are Matthew Bozandut, Nate Brooks, Tate Caffrey, Samuel Carroll, Ezekiel Curran, Cameron DeForno, Mason Dendel, London Duggan, Declan Dunn, Jesse Emery, Stacey Hollingworth, Harrison Hoy, Samuel James, Peter Karlaczynski, Lachlan Lawford Vaughan, Aidan Luckle Dent, Jesse McGuinney, Nicholas Meyer, Nate Muller, Jake Murphy, Kaylin Odell, Christopher Parsons, Anna C. Rubin, Ashton Ryan, Fletcher Scanlon, Lincoln Simpson, Hayden Thornton, Peyton Turner, Mackenzie Watts, and Jackson Women. Please congratulate the Year 9 Academic A+ winners. Before the boys depart the stage, we need to announce the Year 9 Ducks. the top two boys, Jesse McGuinney and Harry Hoy, attained outstanding results in their subjects this year and both achieved 19 points on the ranking scale. To separate the boys and determine the ducks, we then compared their positions relative to each other in their extension classes. As close as it was, the 2022 ducks for the third year in a row is Jesse McGuinney. Thanks, boys. Our Head of Careers, Miss Jackie Bean, and the Head of Year 10, Mr Jody Ole, will present the Academic A certificates and vouchers to the Year 10 students. Please make them welcome. Recipients from the Year 10 cohort are Michael Emity, Bryce Anthony, Jacob Barr-Richards, Riley Bisman, Harrison Cotter-Drake, Bradley Cumberledge, Clay Dendel, Alex Eaton, Hayden Gittins, Cooper Hall, Ethan Harry Nona, Lachlan Hutchinson, Cooper Jukes, Nate Pears, Ethan Perry, Bodie Ricketts, Matthew Rogers, Darcy Ryan, Saban Salam, Maxwell Spivey, Riley Todman, Liam Welsh, Cooper Wilton, the Year 10 Academic A winners. Please put your hands together for them. Our Academic A+ recipients are Jackson Broome, Matthew Campbell, Alexander Sirachi, Riley Earnshaw, Oisin Foster, Simon Green, Jacob Hill, Dylan Hughes, Matthew Kershaw, Taki Leonard, Joseph Manns, Braylon Marsh, Benjamin Mazzaferi, Spencer McDonald, Riley McFarlane, Jacob Maguire, Lachlan Maguire, Daniel Rees, McKinley Smith, Dominic Thompson, Liam Van Mielel, Joshua Voke, and Kai Willett. Please congratulate the Academic A+ winners. All the Year 10 Academic A+ winners are eligible for the title of Year 10 Ducks. Like the previous year levels, the competition was very tight, but in another extremely close contest, and after being a runner-up for several years, the honour this evening goes to Alex Sarachi. Thanks, boys.
Thank you, Mr. Peers. To provide the student recap of the year, can you please welcome College Captain Nini Kapuya More to the stage.
Greetings, boys, parents, teachers, and non-teaching staff. 2022, ladies and gentlemen, what a year it's been. Full of ups and downs, victories and defeats, wins and losses, triumphs and failures. And among these wins and victories, not only one, not only two, but all three rugby union grand final for the Rocky District was taken by St. Brendan's in a clean sweep, with the first 15s winning for the first time in 18 years. The Year 7s who got the award weren't even born yet, ladies and gentlemen. And among that victory, many moments were made, including the shots by Jimmy Narasi and Malik Elisala, the outstanding performance of the GOAT, Riley Tyndale-Smith, and of course the speech by their captain Jake Peers, who, humbly, on Rockhampton Grammar Ground, came up and gave his own speech and thanked the boys who played, saying, thank you all the boys for showing up to training for the first time. Testament to Brendan's excellence, ladies and gentlemen. We also had our swimming carnival. However, due to rain, it was unfortunately cancelled. Nevertheless, the Dewick Dragons dominated the event. In Term 2, we saw Anzac Day. A congregation of white and green amassed outside the chapel and streamed down the hill onto the main street to honour the memory of the Anzacs, an annual and time-honoured tradition fulfilled by St. Brendan's College regardless of the situation and the occasion. Even as it rained, we marched, assembled at the cenotaph, and honoured the fallen Australian soldiers in war. This year was especially special, as the boys, as well as advancing in green and gold, marching under the Union Jack and Southern Cross, dressed in the regalia and medals of their ancestors. Some boys were privileged enough, with wearing the name tags and flags of the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander soldiers who had previously gone unrecognised in their service. Later in the term, the boys donned purple shirts. We headed down to the main beach and marched for the safety of the family unit, the foundation of our nation. North to south, up and down the beach we went in the autumn rain, challenging each other to do as many laps as we possibly could. On the 30th of April, we had St. Brendan's formal. While deafening screams and cheers could be heard all the way from McInnery residents, shining cars, shimmering dresses and stylish suits adorned the red carpet. It was a phenomenal night with a great attendance from the St. Brendan's boys to support the Year 12s. Term 2 also saw the Athletics Carnival. Our college gathered to watch Ryan Keating and Bluey Kabai sprinting for supremacy. Our college gathered against their friends to get victory. Our college gathered breaking eardrums and binnalikes as war cries reverberated throughout the entire grounds on which Gettins stood triumphant. Term 3 saw the combined school musical with our sister school, St. Ursula's College. We had seats sold out for Grease. People cheered for Buddy Kemp's flips. People cheered for Jordan King's voice. And people from all walks of life, parents, staff, students, kids from the primary schools, and the elderly in the retirement homes came to watch. Speaking of good performances, in Showcase, we saw the Tynan Tanks' heroic effort to take victory. We saw the Geddins Goats with their staunch performance. We saw Dewig's Deception in presenting false membership numbers to the entire school, proclaiming Hayes to be the largest house, with their captain, Charlie Busby, challenging them to step up. Unfortunately for him, they did. They ended up taking the entire thing, winning the entire House Cup, with their captain, Aidan Durd, celebrating the blue team, built on dignity and respect, as he calls it. Unfortunately, not much was shown. There was also the school rodeo. Special credit goes to those who participated. Dawson Foden, Jimmy McClelland and Ryan Brown, just to name a few. A big thank you to Mrs. Ludke and Mr. Oram for their organisation. It was an outstanding and enjoyable event at our grounds, demonstrating the skills and abilities of our peers, which add to the culture of this college. And in Term 3, who amongst here can forget the phenomenal footy season? Not one of us. Congratulations goes to the 8 A's, the 9 A's, the 9 B's, the 9 C's, the 10 A's, the open fifths, the open fourths, and the open seconds for winning the grand finals. Total of 8 grand finals won in the Rockhampton District Cup. We were on the edge of our seats watching the 10 A's nail-biting grand finale, celebrating the dominance of the open seconds, and proudly singing the school song, led by the old boys, as the first 13s walked on to the park. Unfortunately, we had to lament the loss. Nevertheless, us Brendan's boys, throats parched from the sun and sore from singing chants all day, got up and sang the school song one last time, led by the old boys, as TCC celebrated before our very eyes. Regardless of this, the first 13's previous efforts secured for us the first ever Dolphins Cup. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the awards nights to celebrate the academic accomplishments of the students of St. Brendan's College. As much as our college's culture, clubs and sports is ultimately a school which prioritises the education of our students. Gentlemen, congratulations for making it here, and good luck for the rest of the school year and your upcoming pursuits. For the Year 12s, it's the last awards night. Good luck in your exams and in your future. For the rest of the boys sitting in front of me, in the green shirts, continue to strive to looking forward to the terms to come. Thank you for listening, everybody. God bless you all.
Thank you, Nini Kapoya. We now move to the Senior Subject Area Awards, and I invite Mr. Matthew Cooper, Assistant Principal, Senior School, to the lectern.
Thanks, Mr. Horan. Unlike the Year 7 to 10 awards, the Year 11 and 12 awards are subject specific and are given to the boy who has ranked the highest in his subject at the end of Term 3. These positions are determined by the subject teacher and the heads of department. To present the Year 11 awards, I invite Mrs. Neve Timlin, Head of Year 11, and Mr. Peter Reddy, Head of Physical Education, to come forward. In the subject of business, Samuel Bent. Essential mathematics, Ethan Cusack. General mathematics and essential English, Blake Field. Certificate 2 in Engineering Pathways, Dawson Foden. Study of Religion and Legal Studies, Eli Harding. Visual Arts and Practice, Kian Hickson. Certificate 2 in Rural Operations, Oscar Hills. Aquatic Practices, Riley Hill. Certificate 2 in Electrotechnology, Jack Hutchinson. English and Music, Jordan King. Religion and Ethics, Beau Pickard. Certificate 2 in Construction Pathways, Jake Pearce. Biology, Mathematical Methods and Physical Education, Patrick Slade. Psychology, Ranger Sullivan. Design, Lincoln Thornton. Certificate 2 in Tourism, Karen Weaver. Chemistry, Kalani Walsh. Visual Art and Physics, Maxwell Woods. Certificate 2 in Fitness and Certificate 2 in Automotive Vocational Preparation, Jordan Wyville. Many of the boys remaining on stage are eligible for two very important awards. They are Year 11 Vocational Education Student of the Year and the Year 11 Ducks. The Vet Student of the Year nominees are, I might get these boys to step forward, so listen for your name, boys. Dawson Foden, Blake Field, Kian Hickson, Oscar Hills, Jake Pearce, Karen Weaver, and Jordan Wyville. Joining them for this performance in multiple vocational subjects, for his performance in multiple vocational subjects and for his attainment of an academic A+ is Nathan Callagher. The Year 11 Vocational Education Student of the Year is Jake Pearce. Can we please give our vocational boys a round of applause as they To the Year 11 Ducks, and our nominees are Samuel Bent, Eli Harding, Jordan King, Patrick Slade, Ranger Sullivan, Kalani Walsh, and Maxwell Woods. Joining them as academic A+ winners and eligible to be called the Year 11 Ducks are William DeForno, Rococo Hunt, Luke Moore, and Elijah Walker. Okay. So, Mr. Horan's calculated this, I think, sometime late last week. But with an approximate scale score of 476.215 using last year's QTAC data, the Year 11 Ducks is Jordan King. Can we please thank all of our Ducks nominees? Ms. Inez Goves, Head of Visual Art, and Mr. Trevor Ganane, Head of Year 12, will present the senior boys with their subject awards. Music, Kaiden Ajisaka. Certificate 2 in Electrotechnology, Callan Campbell. Physics, Xavier Craggs. Certificate 3 in Christian Ministry, Cameron Frankish. General Mathematics, Matthew Groves. Matthew has also won, that was the head of Essential English and Certificate 2 in Construction Pathways. Biology, Religion and Ethics, Jeremy Green. Certificate 2 in Tourism, Hayden Harvey. Certificate 3 in Fitness, Isaac Kime. Certificate 2 in Automotive Vocational Preparation and Certificate 2 in Engineering Pathways, Jet Mannion. Business and Geography, Lachlan McLeod. Essential Mathematics, Mackenzie Nixon. Physical Education, Chemistry, Psychology, Study of Religion and English, Benjamin O'Brien. Design, Alexander Rees. Visual Art, Angus Reynolds. Certificate 2 in Rural Operations, Declan Salmon. Aquatic Practices, Connor Sleeman. Mathematical Methods, Jackson Smith. Please put your hands together for the outstanding efforts of our Year 12 subject area winners.
Folks, in 1991, a band by the name of Nirvana produced a song that was apparently meant to poke fun at the people outside of the underground music scene who suddenly started coming to their concerts after the release of their first album. That song was called In Bloom, and it was the 5th single to be released by Nirvana in that year. It reached as high as number 5 on the charts. Performing it tonight will be the senior rock band, who include Jackson Smith, Jesse Hooper Lindsay, Jordan King, Charlie Willis and Jasper Tibbett. Can you put your hands together please for the senior rock band?
Thank you, everyone.
Well done, boys. Might make a special shout out there to Jasper, who looked like he was having decidedly too much fun on those drums. Folks, this part of the ceremony is devoted to recognising the College Special Awards, and the Special Awards are diverse and given for a range of purposes, including academic performance, excuse me, loyalty, devotion to the college, general leadership, and for music and cultural pursuits. Many of the boys receiving these awards have also invested a lot of their time helping others in the community as part of the LEAD program. This program was introduced by Mr. Shane Peers in 2020 and is an acronym for Living Eddie Every Day. Students who receive a LEAD award must volunteer for a minimum of 20 hours to meet the eligibility criteria. This evening, though, we will start with the Music and Cultural Awards. I'd just like Mr. Joe Daly and Mr. Patrick O'Connor to come forward to assist with their presentations. To explain their roles, Joe has had a long-term association with the college. Two of his boys were old boys for the place. And Mr. Patrick O'Connor is a representative from the Central Queensland University. So the first of our music awards is for Outstanding Musical Talent, and it's a Jack and Lorraine Ingram Prize for Music Excellent. It goes to Jessie Hooper-Lindsay. And as the display data shows, Jessie is also one of our LEAD recipients. Also coming from the Ingram family is the Jack Ingram Senior Encouragement Award, and in 2022, this award goes to Charlie Willis. The Mason Family Award is donated by Mrs. Cindy Noy, a previous college board chair. It's for a student whose passion for music will see it become a part of his professional life. The boy receiving the award this year and the $250 cheque is Cooper Lee. The next presentation is for a junior boy who has shown a love for music, and it is a Connor Daly Encouragement Award. As that name suggests, it is named after Joe's late son, Connor, who unfortunately passed away while he was a student at the college. Joe has been supporting this memorial trophy ever since, and it comes with a $250 donation and a voucher to Greens, and it goes to the boy who loves music, and that person this year is Joshua Vogue. Continue our cultural awards, and we'll ask Mr. Patrick O'Connor to hand these ones out to the next group of boys. And we move to the Colleen Scully Memorial Art Prize. Now, Colleen was the wife of former principal Nick Scully and mother of Johanna and Lachlan. Lachlan was an old boy of the college. Fortunately, Colleen passed away in 2015, and in honour of her love for art, Nick established this award. The artwork of 3 boys was shortlisted from across the senior school, and their work will be displayed on the screen as I call them forward. For Year 10, Dylan Hughes. From Year 11, Maxwell Woods. And this next piece of art is going to take about 22 seconds to display, and it's from Year 12 student Angus Reynolds. Maybe it's going to take longer than 22 seconds. called Time Phased Art, and it was produced by Angus Reynolds, who is this year's Colleen Scully Art Award recipient. Can you please put your hands together for Angus? Our final art awards this evening is from the Central Queensland Conservatory. It's a Junior Art Award. The nominees for this award, which also come with a $200 cheque, have been provided from the Central Queensland University School of Education and Arts. In Year 7, the nominee is Xavier McWhinney. In Year 8, William McFarlane. And in Year 9, Hugo Rothery. Is Hugo there? No? Well, that's unfortunate because the winner is, for his lino print, Hugo Rothery. Folks, can you please acknowledge one last time the efforts of the boys in supporting the college and music programs? And a big thanks again to Joe and Patrick. The next awards are sponsored by the Parents and Friends Association, and presenting them will be Mrs. Emily Willis, the current Parents and Friends President. The first of the Parents and Friends Awards is for public speaking, and it's a remarkable achievement because the boy is only in Year 9, and it goes to Matthew Bezadenhout. The Parents and Friends Awards for Community Service specifically recognise boys who show respect, support and care for their fellow students and for other community members. In 2022, they go to Ty Pryor in Year 7, Oliver Bennett in Year 8, Nate Muller, Year 9. Ethan Harry Nona, Year 10. Liam Johnson in Year 11. And you'll note that Liam is also a lead recipient. And from Year 12, Aidan Durden. The Parents and Friends Spirit of Edmund Awards are for boys who show a positive attitude in all endeavours and who best uphold the values of the college. Awarded that title in 2002 from Year 7 is Logan Young. In Year 8, Oram McGilvray. In Year 9, Peter Kalinsinski. Year 10, Harvey Mahoney. Year 11, Luke Moore. And as his friends have asked me to call him on their last night before they depart us, Reggie Tyndale Smith from Year 12. and Riley is also a lead recipient. Can I ask you to give one last round of applause, please, for the PNF winners? I now ask the Chairman of the College Board, Mr Kim Laundrie, to present the James Cook and CQU Awards. JCU sponsor awards for boys who are consistent in the application of their studies and who also help build social cohesion, while CQU recognise excellence in mathematics, English and vocational education. The first of these are the JCU Awards, and they go to Willis Dean in Year 7. Xander Thornton in Year 8. Harry Hoy, Year 9. Taki Leonard, Year 10. Rococo Hunt, Year 11. And Lachlan McLeod in Year 12. Each of those awards comes with a $100 cheque, and we'd like to thank JCU for their continued support, as we'd like to thank CQU for their continual support. JCU also provide a Rising Star Scholarship to the value of $10,000, and that money covers the cost of tuition and course fees and is awarded to a student who will undertake a graduate degree at JCU in 2023. Scholarship this year has been awarded to Braith Smith, who will study and Braith is going to study a Bachelor of Marine Science. Now you've got to get your big... Miss Ludke, have you got Braith's award there? Back he goes. Now the CQU Junior Mathematics Award is presented to William McFarlane. CQU Award for Excellence in English, Xavier Singh. And the CQU Associate Vice Chancellor Vetus Award, which goes to a student who undertakes a certificate at the Central Queensland University and who has excelled during their time there, is Sean Cumberledge. Please congratulate our CQU and JCU award recipients. To present the Academic, Social and Leadership Awards, can I ask Bishop Michael McCarthy, Foundation Treasurer Mr Matt Solly, Principal Rob Corboy, RSL Representative Mr Bill Tahu and Mrs Cara Bartlett to come to the stage. Mrs Bartlett, I'm making her sound old now, will present the two awards specifically established for Indigenous students. The first is in memory of her late husband, who Mr Corboy spoke about this evening. His name was Peter Bartlett. Peter was the Director of Indigenous Education at the college for a long time during his 30 years of employment at the college. Peter worked tirelessly to improve the academic performance and social wellbeing of Indigenous students, and as a proud Lama Lama man, would be honoured for the inaugural Peter Bartlett Bungie Memorial Award to go to Mervyn Armat. The second award that Mrs. Bartlett will present is for an Indigenous student for their efforts in promoting the cultural and artistic life of the college, and that person is Narassi Jimmy. The local, state and federal governments provide funding for students who contribute positively to their schools and communities. The amounts are $250, $100 and $50 respectively. The first of those is the Livingston Shire Council Award for Community Service, and that goes to Xavier Craigs. The State Member for Keppel Junior Award, Mackenzie Watts. The Federal Member for Capricornia Award for Loyalty and Service to the College, and also a lead recipient, is Kellen Campbell. And we'd just like to thank Lord Mayor Andy Ireland, Brittany Lauger and Michelle Landry for their continued support of the college. It's now Bishop Michael's turn to present 3 awards. The first of those is the self-titled Bishop's Award for Christian Leadership, and that goes to Nini Kapoya Moore. One of my favourite awards of the evening, the Brother Mark Murphy Memorial Award, and it goes to a student who has succeeded through sheer determination and perseverance, and that person is Fraser Peachy. And the College Chaplain Award for exceptional participation and achievement, and also a lead recipient, Jeremy Green. The College Foundation are an independent group of old boys who raise money for student scholarships that they provide 2 awards every year. First of those is the Dean Jarrett Memorial Award, and the other is the Old Boys Best All-Rounder. I'd like to thank Mr. Matt Solly and the members of the Foundation for their $500 donations for each of these awards and for the fantastic job that they perform. This evening, the Dean Jarrett Memorial Award for a student who has displayed character, leadership and a commitment to their studies, and also a lead recipient, is Isaac Green. The Old Boys All-Rounder for a student who has complemented his academic performance with similar performances on the sporting field, Mitchell Baker. Mr. Corboy will distribute the next 2 awards. The first of those is his self-titled prize, and it's a Principal's Prize for an outstanding effort from a new student. And it goes to a student who's been enrolled at the college for less than 12 months and done a considerable amount of good in that time. As a lead recipient also, that person is William Carter. The IMD Engineering Award is for the best mathematics and physics student. This award has been on our running sheet for over 20 years now, and we would like to thank the Dunn family for their continued generous donation of $250 that's provided to the winner, which this year is Jackson Smith. In a similar field of endeavour, we have the Edward Hutley Bursary, and it's donated by the Yeppoon RSL. It also comes with a $200 cheque and a perpetual shield, and it's for a student who has excelled in science. In 2022, that person, also a lead recipient, is Ben O'Brien. I have a little story about Ben. It was announced last week that Ben has received an excellent scholarship at Bond University, where he intends to study arts and law in 2023. It is a 50% bursary that will reduce Ben's total fees by approximately $80,000 over the course of his degree. Ben was also one of the only 2 boys from a regional area who were shortlisted for the full scholarship provided by the Vice-Chancellors and designated as an elite scholarship. Can you please put your hands together for Ben again? And while we still have Bill Tahu on stage, I'll get Bill to present 2 other awards from the Australian Defence Forces. They are the Long Tan Awards. They are awarded on a nomination basis to a student who exemplifies the Anzac spirit and come with a bursary of $250 and $500 respectively. The first of those, and a boy who has nagged me for 2 weeks to find out what his actual award was on this evening, is a Year 10 student, and that is Cameron Marine. And the Senior Long Tan Award goes to Kellen Campbell. One last final award for this particular section, and that's to a person who has participated in the lead program all year. He wasn't a subject winner, he wasn't an additional academic A winner, but he's done an exceptional amount of work around the school in all things community. And the last of our leader program award recipients is Harley Fitzpatrick. While Harley's getting his photo, folks, I might get you to put your hands together one more time for all our special award winners. And I'll get Harley to lead you off. Okay. We're getting close to the end now. The final 2 presentations of the night are our most significant, and they are the Senior Vet Student of the Year and the College Ducks nominees. Each recipient of the award will receive a $1,200 cheque, and we envisage for the vet student that they will use that money to purchase tools and equipment when they go into a trade, and for the Ducks to subsidise their university fees. The funding for the awards comes from a $50,000 bursary that was established in 2009, and that fund was donated by Mr Des Tabone and Old Boy the College, who had a passion for engineering and mechanical trades. I'd ask our principal, Mr Rob Corboy, to come forward to present the Vet Trophy and cheque to the 2022 Vet Student of the Year. The nominees for that position are Theodore Arians, Kellen Campbell, Lucas Groves, Matthew Groves, Jet Mannion, and Mackenzie Nixon. And like many of our previous awards, again, this one has been very close because the boys do an exceptional work in their trade-based subjects. The 2022 Vocational Education Student of the Year and the Des Tabone Shield recipient is Jet Mannion. Will you put your hands together, please, for the Vet Student of the Year nominees. Now, I know I was brave enough to predict the Year 11 Ducks, and despite the fact that there are a number of boys getting a large number of subjects in grade 12, I'm not prepared to name the Year 12 Ducks tonight. It's because the introduction of the ATAR system in 2020 meant that determining the college ducks is a much more complicated process than what it once was. The ATAR is a very fine-grained number, and without the boys having completed their final examination results, it really can't be determined at this stage. So as such, the college ducks will be announced in term 1 of 2023 during the first of our academic assemblies. However, I think it's important to acknowledge the boys who are in the running for that position, and I'll ask them to come forward now, please. And the potential nominees for the Ducks of 2022 are Xavier Craigs, Cameron Frankish, Jeremy Green, Ben O'Brien, Alex Rees, Angus Reynolds, and Jackson Smith. And on a personal note, I'd just like to congratulate the boys because many of them have not just worked hard this year, but they have worked extremely hard since they started at the college in Year 7. And we wish them all the best for their external examinations, which commence on Monday of next week, which is a very daunting task. And now for the most disappointing slide of the evening. We will decide that once the QTAC results are released in early December. Please put your hands together for our Ducks nominees. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our 2022 annual awards ceremony. But if you could bear with me for one last round of applause, please, because these events... Not for me. These events, as you can imagine, are extremely time-consuming for all involved, and they require a considerable amount of work. So before we do conclude our celebrations, I'd just like to recognise these people in particular. Mr. Aaron Jorgensen and his technical crew for the lighting and sound displays. Mr. Jack Ingram, Miss Alyssa Priddle, Mr. Corey Owens, and in his absence, Mr. Darcy Walker for the musical performances. Someone who's spent a crazy number of hours over the last number of weeks trying to collate everything, Mrs. Chantel Ludke for the preparation of the awards. for the prizes and for the evening program. I was lucky enough to be able to get home and have a shower and change my suit. That's not the case for Chantel. She's been here since 7 o'clock and she probably won't leave till after 10 tonight. So again, fantastic job, Chantel. And thank you for the parents that have watched us via live stream. Parents, thank you for coming along this evening to support your sons. And I just invite you to share with us one last drink as we conclude the evening. Thank you for coming.